Alright, so it's been a year since the initial incident
Correct.
at the Elm Street, that house stalking case that turned into a kidnapping and murder. The information that I have is that there have been no occupants the last 3 months. None of the people that were there, the last 3 people that were there, they all been kidnapped and murdered. And none of them...
Do we know anything about their backgrounds? Do we have any type of...
No, the only thing I know is that there's been... they just moved in, at the very most 2 months, they're kidnapped, and then eventually...
I just found it interesting that every time I go to talk to somebody, he's one step ahead of us.
Yeah.
It's gotta be a link. There's gotta be a link. Number one, to the house, to the families. There's gotta be a link that we have to get this, and we're not.
Well, I mean,
So,
well, now it's not just a stalker, it's a serial killer.
and I realize I'm becoming obsessed with this, but you have to understand.
Well, I mean,
It's
only been years. I won't say you're obsessed. It's just that this case is getting to the both of
It's
us.
driving me nuts. I mean, this is a 24/7,
Well, I mean,
thing. I mean,
anybody that you have to remember that from what we know is just that before it was just kidnappings. I mean, yes, there's been kidnappings at this house.
We've got 2 black and whites that are sitting outside the house. One is a roaming patrol, and then the other one sits down the street and does nothing but watch the damn house. I mean, what else can we do? I've ran background checks on every single person I can think of.
I think the thing that's stumping us is that before the murders, it was just kidnappings. I mean, from what
Do we have any idea about their family members?
No, but I can try and get. The only person's background I know was Brandon's, and it wasn't that much because it was just him in the house.
No girlfriends? Nothing?
Girlfriend, but that was like long distance.
Okay, so we have...
So what have you found out?
I have found out quite a lot. Number one, the house is...
Alright, so about the house.
Well, we know the kidnapping victims, they were between the ages of 20 and 22.
Right.
We know that the victims itself, there was always a note left behind. But we have no idea. This guy disappeared. He paid his bills, made his meals.
Yeah, that still baffles me. Why would somebody pay the rent?
What about the landlord? Did we do anything with that?
No, we should talk to him. That would be a good idea.
Why don't we do that, and then we'll go and because we got to build.
Well, I mean, from what I found out was that out of the 3 victims, every single one of them lived in that house for at least 2 months. So to me, it looks like he wanted to get their daily routine, like what they did every single day, and then eventually move in and start playing games with them. Because remember, Brandon, he started experiencing stuff, and it was in like a playful manner. You know, the window.
What was the first contact we had with Brandon after he made the...
It was in the backyard.
Let's take a ride.
Alright.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, I'm Detective Timothy.
Oh,
Okay. And we're working on a case
Yeah?
involving this house.
Oh.
Have you had anything strange happen lately? How long you been here?
3 weeks.
3 weeks? Okay. Have you had anything come up missing? Maybe anything else?
No, why? Has anything been happening?
Well, yeah, let me talk to you a little bit. Do you mind? Answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Nice dog.
Yeah.
We've had several things happen in this house.
Yeah?
Did you know about the kidnappings?
No.
You had no idea?
No.
Well, I need to speak to the landlord, but before I do that, I did want to tell you that, number one, we've had kidnappings from this house. And
Wait, several?
yeah. And I want you to be very vigilant in your actions. Pay special attention to where your door is when you come home.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you had any strange things in the mail? Nothing?
No, nothing at all.
Okay. How long do you plan on being here? A while?
Yeah, a while.
Okay.
At least a year.
Okay, good. And what do you do for a living?
YouTube.
YouTube. Okay, good. Very good. What exactly brought you to this place? I mean, what?
Well, I just needed to get out of my place, get a new scenery, new venue, and this was
Fresh life.
This was really cheap. I wondered why, but it was cheap enough that I just picked it up.
It was a steal. The other thing that I want to talk to you about is the amount of violence that the person has towards this house. I want you to be very, very vigilant.
So it's
You come home at night. Watch. Be aware of your surroundings.
So it's
this guy doesn't play.
So it's the house.
I believe so. You're gonna find this very, very strange, but I think it has everything to do with this house. I don't think it has anything to do with one single person. I think it is this house.
How long has this been going on?
A year.
Wait, there's been 3 kidnappings in the last year? What's the longest a tenant has stayed here?
Well, there was a family that we're still checking on, but 15 years we believe, but we're still checking things out. I have not had a chance to speak to the landlord, the guy that owns the house, actual owner of the house. He's just started. I mean, if you got a number for me, I'd be ever so grateful.
Yeah, I can give you a number.
Okay, I appreciate that. But I want to get back to your well-being.
Yeah?
Do you want a firearm?
No.
You don't want a firearm? If I were you, I'd get a firearm. That's how sure I am about this guy.
Okay.
You got new windows?
Yeah.
Change your locks?
Yeah, I just got new locks.
All right. I'm gonna keep in touch.
Okay.
You will see police officers traveling around here.
Oh, okay.
All the time.
Is there a way I can contact you?
Yeah. I'll give you my personal cell number.
Oh, okay.
But this guy's kidnapped and killed people. I just want you to know that. So
I wish the landlord would have told me that before.
It's probably why you got the place for what you got the place for. Makes sense now?
Yeah.
When you come home,
Yeah.
make sure you know where your dogs are at.
Okay. They're always
Make sure
always
when
next
you
to me.
close that door, it's the same way. If it's open, don't go near it. Don't go near the house. Call 911 and have a police officer do a walkthrough.
Okay.
Okay, do you have an alarm system in this house?
Yep.
Make sure that your neighbors know about this. I've already talked to them.
Okay.
They need to know you. They need to know when you come and go.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because this guy's not playing. This guy's not playing. He's been my obsession for the last year I've had this case.
So you've been working on this case for a year?
Yes. It's a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. But it's people's lives are in danger. Your life could be in danger. What do you do at night? Can I ask?
At night, it's usually studying with school and stuff.
Okay. Do yourself a favor. Change it up.
Okay.
Don't do the same thing.
Why do
Okay?
you think he's...
Yes, I do. I think he's that fucked up that he is going to attach himself to every person that comes in this house. If you drive a car, which I'm sure you do, don't park the same place. Okay? If you do something at 7 o'clock at night, do it the next night at 6:30. Because we need to catch this guy. And I can't do it.
Do you guys have any description on him?
Wears a mask.
Mask? Like Michael Myers?
No, it's a what, like a bone type,
Like a,
white type.
like a skull mask?
Skull mask, that'd be a good.
So like Nightmare Before Christmas?
That would be a good.
Oh, okay. Alright. Does he wear... What kind of clothes does he wear?
His hoodie's pulled over. I mean, all I can tell you is that
So he has
windows.
a disguise.
Yes.
Alright, so if I see anything, I'll call you guys.
Call 911, and then they will get a hold of me right away. I don't care if it's night, day, 2 in the morning. I don't care. I just want this guy behind bars, locked up, and I don't want him ever, ever, ever getting out.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
All right. So you got my. I'm gonna give you my number,
Yep.
and then you contact me. All right?
Alright.
And watch your ass. All right?
Alright.
All right. Very good. Thank you.
Alright, so as I told you guys that I was moving, so I thought I'd give you guys a tour. It's been about three and a half weeks, maybe even more, maybe even less. Stop it, Squee. Since I moved in, but I thought I'd give you guys a tour. First things first, I know about the history of the house, the very, very dark history, especially in the last year. There's been kidnappings and murders and all that stuff, but the house is very cheap. I needed something, quick, because I just needed to get out of the other place. It was just getting, I just needed a new venue. Yeah, but I thought I'd give you guys a tour. So this is the living room. So a little bit messy. So yeah, that's the living room. This is the bar room for parents and stuff. So, because I'm in college and parents and everything and all that stuff. But yeah, come by and all that stuff. So that's for them. I'm too young to drink, so yeah. So kitchen, still a little bit tending to, but it's coming together. I'll show you guys the attic. I'm not going to show you guys because there's probably spiders up there, and you guys know how I feel about spiders. So this is the basement. So to give you guys a little bit of history about the house, that's just, I'll clean that up, but, there's been 3 kidnappings and 3 murders, so hopefully that doesn't happen to me, fingers crossed, but, it's quite scary, but I haven't experienced anything in the 3.5 weeks I've been here, so, yeah, hopefully nothing happens to me. But this is the basement, hot tub. Need a new thing for this because it's not really working right now, but I'm gonna get a new one. Closed. old stuffed animal. Need to move that. Decorations for holidays and all that stuff. Pop and stuff. Need to move that. It's just been really quick. That's storage stuff. But yeah. Then I'll show you guys outside. Then I think that'll be about it. But yeah, so anybody asking, I know about the history of the house. That's the biggest reason why it was so cheap. But yeah. Alright, make sure no one's up here. Ow. This is the backyard. Pool, set that up last week. Got the basketball hoop, bench, fireplace. Fires for fire, you know. Show you guys over here. These are your shoes. I forgot to show you guys that. Nothing much else to show you guys. Yeah, it's been really nice out. It's been really nice living in a new place and stuff. It's been really nice. So yeah, but I think that's about it. That's about the whole house. I didn't show you guys bathroom, but the bathroom's a bathroom. 2 other bedrooms. Thinking about turning the basement into like a game room, like a ping pong table, pool table, and all that stuff. But I don't know yet. But yeah, so that's a tour of the house. Hopefully you guys liked it. I like it. But you know, like, subscribe, do all that, and I'll talk to you guys later. Alright guys, so like I said, I've been living here for about a month and a half, maybe 2 months. And a cop come over, a detective, that told me about experiences and all that stuff that is happening. And I already knew about that. The landlord told me about it. But since no one's lived here before me for the last 4, maybe 5 months, I didn't really think much of it. I know about the kidnappings and murders, but other than that, nothing has happened to me until now. I saw something. I don't want to go. I don't want to go to the front. There's a man. I don't know if you can see him, but he could have been gone, but sorry, it's just a car. I thought it was the man. Sorry. But this man, now the detective told me that that he likes to play games, but I just saw the guy. He was wearing like a black hoodie. It looked like he was wearing like a mask of some kind, and he was standing right at the front of steps that you walk up to, and then there's another 5 steps, and then you come up to the front door. He was at the steps that you come up to before there's a walkway, and you walk up the steps. I saw him doing that because I wanted to go out on the porch, but then I saw him, so I immediately came back in. And since I don't want to, you know, be attacked and all that stuff, I didn't want to confront him about it. But I'm going to call the detective. I believe his name is Tim. I'm going to call him and have him come over and tell him about that, because it's freaking me out. Obviously I don't want this to be a regular thing. I don't want to end up like the other 3 people, the other 3 families, what they had to go through. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna, you know, call him, have him come over, tell him anything. You know, I'll look over the footage, but if I caught something, I'll give it to him. See if he can do anything about that. Yeah. Maybe we can get a description, maybe finally catch this guy, because I don't want to be the 4th victim. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Is this Detective Tim?
Yes, it is.
You know how you said if I experience something I should call you?
Yes.
I just experienced something.
What happened?
Okay, so I was outside, I was trying to film a video, and I was just about to go out the front door, and I see this man that matches the description you gave me, with a hoodie and a skull mask, just sitting by the steps as you walk up to the door.
Okay, I'll be there in a minute.
Alright, thank you.
Alright, bye.
Hey, what's going on?
Okay, so I was making a video, like I told you.
Right.
And I was just about to go outside to the front porch because I wanted a different type of video. And all of a sudden, I see this man that you told me the description of, and it matched him perfectly. Black hoodie, black pants, and then a skull mask.
Okay.
And he had it like draped over. And he was sitting right here. And I was coming out this
Was there
door
anybody
right
else
here.
outside?
There was no one else out here. And it freaked me out, so I closed the door, and when I opened it again to see if he was still there, he was gone.
And this just happened.
This just happened. And so you guys
got 3 cruisers in the area. We got.
Well, he's a sneaky bastard, that's for sure.
I mean, you just came out here to film something,
Yeah.
and he's just here.
Yeah, and this is the first time I've ever seen him before.
Fuck. All right. Remember when I told you about that firearm?
Yeah.
Get yourself a firearm.
Okay.
I'll push the paperwork through.
What? Is there anything you guys can do, or?
We're doing it.
I mean,
Did he? When you came out here, did he act like he knew you were here, or was he just sitting here?
it was like he knew I was going to come out here.
And he was awake. He was just sitting
He was just
waiting for you.
It was basically like he was waiting.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry this happened to you. All right, listen. I want you to come to the station with me.
All right.
We're gonna have a sketch artist.
Okay.
Did you see any of his hands? Any of his face? Any of his hair?
He was wearing, and it's weird because it feels like nearly 80 degrees out, but he was wearing gloves, black
What color
pants,
gloves?
black. Everything was black except the skeleton. The skeleton was white.
Did he say anything to you?
Nope, he just stood there like he was just waiting for me.
All right. I want you to come to the station. I'll take a statement. But I don't want you being here alone.
Should I be filming outside anymore?
If I were you, I would do everything from the inside of my house. Did you have an officer go through here with you?
I mean, I've seen cars pass by, but no one's come
I'll
up to
have
my
an
door.
officer come in here and we'll do a walk through your house. But other than what we're doing, my friend, that's all we can do. Don't give in, okay? And don't give up. All right? Keep doing what you're doing. Don't let this guy ruin your life. But be veg, I told you about that. Alright? It has something to do with this damn house, and I'm sorry it happened to you, man. I really am.
So, what can I do to prevent this?
I told you if I had plan. You walk around the house and tell him you know where you're going.
No. Is there any way I can prevent him from knowing what I'm doing?
Change it up. Change your routine constantly. This guy's killed. He's kidnapped and killed. He's graduated from, he's went 0 to 60 in a matter of, a couple of months. So I just don't want you to become another victim. So let's get you down there, and I'll get you a statement, and then we'll have the officer stand by until you get home. We'll do a walkthrough, lock your house up tight, and make sure your neighbors know what you're doing, okay?
Should I keep on calling you, or
you can call me night or day? I don't give a damn.
Because I don't want to call you too much to where he thinks that I'm giving him more attention.
He's already got it. He's got my attention.
So I've only been here for 5 weeks, and he's already here. So,
well, like I said, you've met the man. Let's not have it a personal meeting, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because I don't want you to be.
I mean, he hasn't. This is the only
trespassing
time.
right now. I get it.
I mean,
but that's not what I want him for.
Can you guys arrest him or anything?
Yes. Oh yeah. Well, if we don't shoot him first.
Can you guys write a report or anything?
We're gonna write a report. I will write up a report. I want you to talk to height, weight, anything that we can help us.
All right.
Without facial recognition, nobody's seen this guy's face.
Yeah.
So we have no idea who we're dealing with. All right?
Yep.
All right.
Hey guys, so I thought I'd film a basketball video. Before that, I was going to do like a vlog of some kind. It's been a while since I've done that, and you guys always like the vlog, so I thought I'd tell you guys what I've been up to. I haven't been up to much, school and all that stuff. Yeah, school's almost out, so it's been really busy because finals are coming up and all that stuff in the next few weeks. So I've been studying really hard. If you guys don't know, I take criminal psychology and all that stuff. So it's not like I want to do criminal psychology. It's just that I'm really interested in the psyche of like criminals and all that stuff, like what makes somebody do what they do, like what makes a killer just snap one day and all that stuff. It's very interesting. We've looked at many cases like the Zodiac, Jack the Ripper, and all that stuff, and the theories and all that stuff. So it's been really, really interesting. Just this one class is better than any class I've ever taken in all of my years in public school or homeschool and all that stuff. But someone on Twitter asked me if I've been having any more experiences, and no, I haven't. The one experience I had was the only experience I had. The cops, they came over and they explained to me like anybody that moves in basically is bound to get stalked, which obviously doesn't make me feel any better, but you know, it's the truth. But it's a top priority case right now. Cops have been going by every for the last like few weeks, cops have come by, so that makes me a little bit safer. Yeah, no experiences as of late. The only thing was where I saw the man in the front, and I showed that to the police, but they said they didn't see anything. But the description matches the man, as they're calling him. It's kind of freaky. But yeah. What do you want? There's the man's right there. Okay, okay, he just ducked. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can catch him. Where the fuck did he go? Okay, that's the closest he's ever gotten to me. He was right here. Whew. Quite flustered. Yeah, I'm going to go inside now. I probably will just record inside, maybe next week, maybe next month, maybe next year. I don't know. I'm really creeped out right now. So he's wearing a skull mask, like in The Purge. Whew, I got chills. So he was sitting right there, that little slot right there, and then he ducked. And I don't know if he went left or right. I couldn't really tell. And this time I really got a distinct look. He was wearing a skull mask, and the detective told me that he wore a mask of some kind that looked like what you wear if there's mold. But I saw it was clearly a skull mask, so maybe he's changing up his look. I don't freaking know, but yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna go inside. I'll talk to you guys later. You guys, I think I want to call the police. I'll keep you guys updated. Alright guys, so I told you guys that, well, you guys saw it. I saw the man, as the police are referring to him, so I guess I'm going to refer to him as the man. I saw him again, not including the time that I was outside trying to film a basketball video. This time, he came up to the door. When I opened it, he was just standing there. I couldn't get my camera in time because obviously one doesn't have their camera on them at all times. That just doesn't happen. This isn't a found footage movie. He just knocked on the door, and then he like tilted his head like fucking Michael Myers, and then just turned around and left. And it really creeped me out. The detective told me that they're really trying to dig in on what they can find. They're really trying to find out why he's doing this. The only thing they told me that they could tell me, because it's still an open case, that this person used to live here, so it's something to do with the house. I think I'm gonna maybe check, maybe see if maybe I can find something like public records or something like that. There has to be something. Maybe I can ask the landlord, like who lived here 15, 20 years ago, and see maybe if I can get something from there. Maybe it was something that triggered him to do this. But the cops said that it's definitely due with something with the house. So that tells me that it's not me, it's the house, so he's connected to the house. So something had to happen to him in the house, you know, all those years ago, a decade and a half ago. So yeah, I think these next few days I want to try and get some public records, talk to the landlord, and then I can tell you guys like what I found out. Maybe that. So do what you guys do, like, subscribe, all that stuff. I'll talk to you guys later. Alright guys, so I told you guys I was going to look into the house and see if I could find anything. I talked to the landlord. I didn't really find anything on public records or anything like any other kidnappings or murders, so I was stumped there. But when I talked to the landlord, she said that 15 years ago, 15, 16, 17 years ago, someone did live here, and then they just moved. Like, just out of nowhere, they just moved. And the landlord, which is the same landlord at that time, it was like a mystery, because they paid the rent every single month. They were up on all their bills and all that stuff. They had already lived there for like 5 years, so which makes me wonder, like, what happened to this guy to have him just leave his house without taking anything with him and just basically vanishing. Was it like a haunting or something like that? I don't know. But was it something like even more darker? I don't know. But that's all I found on the house. I haven't had that many experiences other than, you know, see him out in the front, see him out in the backyard, and knocking on the door. Other than that, it's been quiet this week, so that's really good. I'm glad that there hasn't been that many experiences, because I'm still scared and all that stuff. I was already scared buying this house because of all the things that are happening. But yeah, that's about it. So I'll keep you guys updated. You know, do what you guys do. I'll talk to you guys later.
Alright, man, have a seat.
So we need to get a crack on this case. It's been stopping us for well over a year now. We need to find something.
A year, 2 months, and 3 days to be exact. Who's counting?
But we need to find. Maybe there's something we missed.
Alright.
What do we have so far? Let's just go through
7
everything.
victims in the last 15 years. victims are male, between the ages of 20, 22. We know it's the damn house.
Well, but the crazy thing is that there's no relation between any of them.
But we know it's the house. They all lived at this house. We don't know why it's the house. We don't know what leads this guy back to this house all the time.
Yeah, and the weird thing is that out of the 7 victims, only in the last year has he committed murder. So why just this last year?
Why would he graduate to that in a matter of a year?
Yeah, like why is it the other 14 years he didn't commit murder?
Something changed in his life. Could not even just been his life. It could have been somebody else he was attached to in the house.
Well, I mean, yeah, but why go from 4 kidnappings to 7 to 3 more kidnappings and then 3 additional murders? Why would you add?
Where did we find the last 2 bodies? I know we found the one by the creek bed.
And then the other 2 were around a mile from here.
Why though? Why would we find all 3 of the bodies within like 6 blocks of each other? Hell, he could have killed them and buried them anywhere. It's all construction.
But why these 3?
There's no link between...
Yeah, there's no link between Brandon, Mike, and Matt. None of them. None of them have any relation to each other at all. We know that.
And we ran the mother, we ran the father, we ran brothers, sisters...
And why...
Cousins.
Wait, if you were going to kidnap somebody, why would you do just one individual person from each family? 7 different families and only one.
Do you think he's actually...
You'd think
because of their age.
If he graduated from kidnapping to also murder, wouldn't he kill the entire family?
But maybe it's just the males in that group. Maybe he was done wrong by somebody in that... Could have been abused by a brother, cousin,
father, stepfather. But I forgot to say this. But Chris, the new owner of the house, he said that he talked to the landlord, and he said that 15 years ago there was a couple that lived there. This man and a wife. Man and a woman lived there for 5 years. They paid their rent every single month, paid their bills every single month and everything. And then 6 years later, they just leave. The man just leaves. Just gets up and leaves.
Do we have a name on this guy?
I can check, but he didn't tell me a name. He just said that. But he mentioned a wife, and I guess that's something new for us.
This couldn't have just been going on this long.
And the weirdest thing is that after he left, in the last 15 years since he left, there's been 7 kidnappings, and now 3 murders.
There had to have been more. There's no way that this guy just got up one morning and decided to kidnap somebody and then murder them. We're missing something. The problem is...
Does it have to do with the wife? Maybe something happened between them or something happened to her.
Very good. I think we need to open a new avenue on this one. I think we need to go and check what the hell family life this guy may have had. Doctors, lawyer, anybody.
Yeah, because why would you go 5 years paying for something and then just leave and not take any...
What about this? If this guy did have some sort of problems, physical, mental, or both, don't you think he'd be maybe seeing somebody?
Yeah, maybe a psychiatrist or something.
It'd be interesting. Maybe we can put a line out there and see what tugs.
We should first find out something about the wife, because we didn't know about the wife a year ago, or even
And
a
we'll
week
find
ago.
out if we find the wife. We find out about her, and then we can maybe trace back.
But Chris said that the landlord said that it was just him that left.
So let's trace our steps back, because what we need to do is find a time frame.
Well, so what we know is that they lived there for 5 years.
Right.
We know that.
Right.
And then he just gets up and leaves. After paying 5 years of rent, 5 years of bills, he just gets up and leaves. Doesn't take anything with him. And Chris said it was just him that left. And then these next 15 years, there's 7 kidnappings, and then in the last year, there's 3 kidnappings and 3 murders.
But they're all males.
And they're all 20 to 22.
The males have to do with it.
And Chris said that he asked the landlord if there was any kids, and there was
What if
none.
she was cheating on him, and he's just trying to get the man back at the males because she was cheating on him with a person that was of that age group? Maybe we can go that avenue.
Well, I mean, from what we got is that this male is between the age of 35 and 45 years old. Which means 15 years ago he was 20 to 25.
I think we're on the right track. I think what we need to do is concentrate on what her actions were at that time. Because if she did something and he's trying to get back at these people, not realizing that these aren't the people that did him wrong, but he's just saying, the hell with it, I'm going to kill anybody that fits this age group.
Yeah.
And start kidnapping and whacking away.
I mean, it makes sense because the last 7 victims have all been...
We have all these victims.
Yeah.
Between this age group.
20 to 20.
I think we need to look into what the hell that wife was doing at the time.
Yeah, we need to check.
Let's find out. Let's go get the credit card statements. Let's start calling around to some hotels back then. Let's do something that
Maybe a bar.
could be a bar. Hell, there's 3 bars that have been closed in the last year and a half. They're all closed up. So let's go back. I know some of the owners, and
There's probably some owners that have been there for 20 years and they would know them maybe.
right. So let's do that instead of sitting here shuffling and pushing paper all damn day. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, listen. We've
So
got
what?
a mountain of fucking evidence to go through.
Okay.
I did a credit report. I did hotel and motel. I had 3 guys looking at about every frickin' motel in the 90-mile area.
Yeah, I looked at any bars in this area,
Credit card statements, telephone records. We did all that.
and I didn't find
The only thing I came up with was a telephone record that was placed from the home, and it came back to a cell phone that a lady lived about 50 minutes, almost an hour away. But that's the only thing that kept coming up on the phone records. And that ended up being a family member, so I kind of struck out.
Well, I mean, I found the only thing I found was a bar that's about 5 blocks away. I used to go there all the time, and the bar owners are still there from 20 years ago.
Yeah, okay.
And he said that no, they're a great couple. They, but like 5 years after they first came there,
And they never lived above their means. I mean, I ran
Yeah.
a credit report. They had plenty of money. It's not cheating because, hell, the one credit card was in her name, and she would, $10. She was nickel and diming the damn thing.
So what? So if it's not cheating, then what is it?
It has to be.
Well, it has to do with the house, obviously.
Okay, I think something happened in the house.
Well, the bartender said that. The owner of the bar, he said that that 5 years after coming there, basically at least once a month, never came over again.
After 5.
So it's basically like every single place I ever went to that they were regulars there. There was a restaurant that they went to basically every single week for 5, 6 straight years.
Okay.
Then just vanished. It's like just one day he just vanished without a place. And every single person I talked to, it was just him. It was just him.
I'm getting a fucking migraine over this.
I mean, I don't know what to do because bank didn't come up with anything.
And
the
the other thing that bothers me is this phone call. It was placed almost every day, same time, and same phone, same play. I mean, it was always to the same phone number. It was between 1,700 and 1,900 hours, but I can't figure out who they were calling because it's a cell phone.
And cell phones weren't that popular 15, 20 years ago.
Right. So I don't know if it was one of those car phones like they had in the 70s or whatever. One of those. I can't figure it out because the phone number doesn't mean anything because I can't go because none of the records have ever been kept.
And everything that I looked up, everything stopped 15 years ago.
We need new information.
Wait, what do you got? Oh my goodness.
Oh, please tell me you got something new because I'm getting...
We went wrong with this entire case. It's not cheating. It's not...
Well, what the fuck is it?
Okay, so 15 years ago, he just ups and vanishes, right?
Right.
Just ups and vanishes for no reason.
Right.
That's what it looks like.
We get it.
The wife was kidnapped.
Son of a bitch.
The wife was kidnapped, and they never found...
That's why she didn't come up after the...
And that's why when the landlord said that it was just him that left. So now this makes sense now. Now this makes sense of
That's
why...
why we couldn't find any information after the
Wait, this makes sense for the kidnapping, for the 7 kidnappings, but it doesn't make sense for the murders. So we need to get more information about the murders.
What other information?
But first, the first thing... But this is the biggest crack in the case, so we need to... First thing we need to do is go talk to Chris.
All right.
We need to go talk to Chris, but we can't tell him about... We can't tell him about the...
I got you.
But we need to find out about these murders, because this is a great thing that we found about the kidnappings.
So this lady was kidnapped and killed.
No, we don't know if she was killed. We just know that she was kidnapped.
Well, I mean, nothing. She literally never used her credit card after that. It just makes sense.
Well, it makes sense about the kidnapping, but we don't know about the murder.
Where the hell did she go?
I don't know. We need to get everything on her case now.
Well, I guess that's an angle we didn't have before. Let's do it.
All right.
Hey, Chris. What the fuck? Chris!
What? Chris? Chris. Hey, Chris.
This can't happen again. This shit cannot happen again. What the fuck? Now who wants to talk to me? Jesus Christ. Yellow. Why are you doing this? Bored. You think this is funny? I'm gonna get your ass, fucker.